Alright, so today we're going to find angles by using the inverse trig functions. Okay, what is it not? If I asked you to simplify x equals -1, how would you tell me how to simplify that? Let's just say I said no negative exponents. What would you tell me? How do you make that a fraction? And then what happens to all of that? It goes downstairs, right? Then you would take off the negative sign, and your answer would be 1 over x, right? So essentially, to simplify this box, no, it is not the reciprocal. I just showed you an example, all true math, right? Basically, you're flipping it. That's called the reciprocal when you flip it. Let's write that. Flip. Flip. Last semester, I think I told you to, let's just say find the inverse of y equals x squared. Do you guys remember what we did back then? Talk to partner in 5 seconds. If I told you this problem from last semester, what do you think you would do? Class, all you have to do is switch. The inverse means to switch. So we're going to circle these and we're going to switch them. And so now I'm going to have x equals y squared. And then if I solve for y, you would just take the square root. And you would have the square root of x equals y. So the big idea there is that the word inverse means to switch. Okay. Let's apply that now to a right triangle. And you guys just wrote down a sentence frame. Remember that bright blue box that was on the slides? Partner A, tell partner B, what did that sentence frame look like? Ready, set, go. Has a bunch of blanks. Aiden, what did I put in that first blank? And the next blank. And what goes over here? Fraction. Some kind of something in there. And the fraction represents what, Aiden? It represents not angles, but sides. Okay. All right, let's fill that out together. Put your finger on the starting point. Show your partner. Give him a head nod. The starting point is always the included angle or the given angle. Always. Let's label it together. Pink pen, where are you? Pink pen. Okay, no pink pen. Going across, this one is called the This one is called the hypotenuse, and this one's called the adjacent. Alonzo, what's a silly phrase for trig that can help us remember the trig ratios? Partner A, tell partner B, based on our triangle, which trig function do you think we're going to use? Ricardo, which one do I not need? Where are you? There you go. Yeah, we don't need the hypotenuse. There is no number and there is no variable. So I can cross off everything that has the hypotenuse. Class, we're going to be using the tangent. Tangent has opposite and the adjacent. Opposite and the adjacent. That's what you do with the O and the A. And the trig function T for tangent. And then my angle is X. Let's fill that in together. So we now have tangent of X equals, the opposite is 6, and the adjacent is 11. So yesterday's lesson, the variable was always in that fraction, in the box, right? Now it's the other way around. Well, what do we do here? What did we do on the box above? Everyone say, we have to take the inverse. What does the inverse mean? Switch. Let's do that together. This is super helpful. Circle it, draw arrows. Circle, arrows. Now pay attention. When you switch it, you have to show the symbol for inverse. The symbol for inverse is a -1. So now this reads tangent -1 parentheses 6/11 equals x. This reads the inverse of tangent of 6/11 equals x. This is actually my calculator ready equation. Let's pull out your calculators. Let's just say I want x to be in degrees, so I'm in degree mode. Okay, this is the first time that we are putting in the inverse of tangent. Find it on your calculator. It is actually right above tangent. Do you see it? So I'm going to have to press second tangent. And your calculator better have the -1, the inverse. And now we can type in 6 divided by 11. And press enter. This is how you round to the nearest tenth. Your answer is 28.6 degrees. X is equal to 28.6 degrees. You have just found an angle given two sides. Now, I want to go over one more what it is not. Okay? So, remember, it is not the reciprocal. So if you see tangent of -1 x, you're not going to put it over 1 and then take it downstairs like you did on this problem. This would be a big no. Okay? So although this is this is correct, this is a reciprocal, yes. That's the definition of reciprocal. I'm trying to say that what we're doing today's lesson is not flipping a fraction. Okay? We are switching.